Hello students, this is my first class to you, and today I am not going to explain any particular theory of economics, or you may call it any particular lesson or chapter of economics that you have to study at 11th level. In place of that, today I am going to explain some important points that tells us why should we study economics as a part of our academic or after academic as a part of our professional career. But in order to understand that particularly or sufficiently, we must know the meaning of this term economics as a subject very well. So first of all, let me explain what is the meaning of this term economics that will help us to understand what this subject or what this science is all about. Though it is not easy for us to understand about this subject in 1 or 2 classes. We will keep on understanding this subject as we move on to study this. But that is our future task right now. Let me tell you first thing, to make you understand the meaning of economics, I would like to explain it in 2 different ways. First is literal meaning of economics. Then, literally, the term economics is derived from 2 words, eco and nomos. Eco means wealth and nomos means science. Thus, literal meaning of economics is science of wealth. So all of us may define this science, which will be the simplest definition of economics, that it is the science of wealth. This is the first definition of economics given by the person who is considered as father of economics, and the person is Adam Smith. Adam Smith has defined economics as science of wealth. Later on, as this science improved, many new economists came with their views. They criticized this definition of economics. I can tell you the name of a few, like Marshall, who has given welfare-oriented definition, Ricardo, others, Robbins, who said that it is a science of scarcity. So opinions may differ, but this is the fundamental definition. This is the definition that has given this subject a distinct identity that cannot be ignored by anyone. So literal meaning of economics is very easy for us to understand. It is science of wealth. The second point that I would like to explain to you is the root meaning of economics. Like we used to study. Regarding anything, we used to ask question that where from it has originated. Then similarly, I am explaining you what is the root meaning of economics. According to its root meaning, economics has got derived from 2 Greek words, oikos, spelling O-I-K-O-S, oikos, and nemein, N-E-M-E-I-N, nemein. Oikos means household and nemein means management. So according to root meaning of economics, Economics is the science of household management. Now, you should know the meaning of household. We all are household. In your future study, you will come to know that a unit of economics who is actually the owner of all the factors of production, they are household. A unit of economics who is depending mainly upon market for the fulfillment of needs, that is household. Another point you can say that a unit of economics who works to earn income. Technically, it has different meaning in this subject. But this is our first class, so I will try to avoid those technical terms. So household has the duty to manage. Now there is question, what do household manage? And what is the need of management? What kind of management that is? Then I will tell you, and it will also make you understand the importance of this subject in our daily life. Whatever we will study in economics, it is a part of our life. We perform these things in our daily life every now and then. Then what is the difference in the subject? What we perform in our daily life, that is our, you can say, casual approach. But the same approach, same activities, same performance that we do in our life, this science will tell us or teach us in technical terms. That is the difference. What you feel when you will study this subject, you will feel that you are knowing everything already. Like you all know that household, who is the owner of factors of production, has limited resource. Not only household, each and every economic unit, whether they are household, whether they are producers, they have limited resource. That is why we used to tell you people in our classes that human resources are limited and our needs are infinite. At one side it is infinite. Our resources are limited or scarce. And the other side is that limited resource can have alternate uses. This fact we all face in our daily life. Suppose we have some income, I have got some money in my pocket, say it is 2000, and I have many needs to get fulfilled. What I realize that I need 10,000 rupees to fulfill all those needs. I have got only 2,000. Then what we do? We take decisions. This is called economic decisions. In future we will study the same thing as decisions regarding central problem. You go to market to purchase something, there is the practice of economics. We do not take care because, as I told you earlier, we do not take this subject seriously, or you are not a student of this subject seriously, but I am sure when you will study this subject, You will take interest. It is very interesting, very applicable subject. Coming to the next side, we have to study two separate branches of economics. One is the microeconomics and other is the macroeconomics. Macroeconomics. Now this part and this part till 1930s, at the time of economic crisis, you all know, economics was just economics. It was not divided into two parts. Around 1933, it was divided into two parts as microeconomics and macroeconomics. The term micro is derived from micros, meaning small. Therefore, microeconomics is defined as that branch of economics in which variables are studied at individual level, for example, demand, supply, etc. On the other hand, the term macro is derived from Greek word makros, M-A-K-R-O-S, which means large. In this branch of economics, what we study that at the level of economy as a whole. That is the difference between the two. At your standard in 11th class, you have to study microeconomics. Macroeconomics is the part of next class. That is why I am not dealing macro in detail. I am dealing only microeconomics in detail. Now, one point which is quite obvious, why to study economics, as I told you earlier, it gives us a logic, it gives us knowledge and expertization regarding many of our day-to-day activities that we perform. If we have the knowledge of this subject, decision making regarding those activities will be very easy and perfect. That is why I have mentioned we need to study economics so that we will be able to understand our needs. Always remember, whatever you wish cannot be your need. Okay? So, this subject specifies what are our needs. This subject makes us to understand what kind of resources and what are the degree of those resources that are required to fulfill those needs. I told you earlier, whatever resources we have limited resource. And what our complication is that we have to use those limited resources in order to fulfill our unlimited needs. That is why this subject is important. Okay, and not only that, this subject tells us how to take economic decisions adequately, because you know different decisions require different kind of economic problem requires different kind of decision making that we learn in economics. And then if you try to solve your problem, you will say, sir, we should understand what problem is. This is the basic thing. Then this science tells us, this science gives us that level of understanding and that we will study in the future classes. We will come to know that how to take decisions. Either an individual firm can take decision, firm means producers, individual producer will take decision, or an individual person will take decision, or the government will take decision, or the entire economy will take decision. But decision regarding what, how, and for whom, this is the subject that gives us this level of knowledge and understanding. Today, I just introduced this subject to you, but hope you will take interest in the subject, and I'm sure that you will take interest in the subject, and in future classes, we will go into the next part of our study. Thank you.